Hey there you guys, welcome back. Welcome to the echoey room that I like to call the front den. So I thought it would be time to give you a little bit of an update on the Florida Ghost propagation that we took, when was it? I think it was the beginning or the end of December, beginning of January, around that time. I think it was like December 31st or something. I don't think I wrote it down. But yeah, it was around that time, so it is now kind of the middle of March when I'm filming this video. It is March 12th. So yeah, it's kind of the middle of March, middle-ish of March, so it has been 2.5 months of propagating, and I haven't really paid much attention to this. I kind of check on it every couple of weeks to make sure that the soil is, or the moss is a little bit damp. But I haven't been watering it regularly, which is great. The propagation box has been doing its job, and I've been trying to keep my grubby little mitts out of it because I have a tendency of overwatering and rotting things out. So, let's check this out and see what's going on. I'll bring you closer. And thank you for the recommendations. Many of you were saying, Bill, it has a white top. Why don't you flip it upside down so that you get the nice clear top so that the light can shine through the top. So I did that, and it's been working great. I think it was working before, but you can't argue with getting more light in there. So thank you to everybody who suggested that. Okay, so let's get this thing open. I've got to undo the locks. There's a little bit of water hanging out under there in the side trays. There we go. There they are. So they're still looking very similar to what they did. So the leaves have stayed alive, which is fantastic. This one here needs a little bit of a drink. It's very, very, very light. So I'll do that after. This was the tip cutting. So this one I had absolutely no fear that this one would grow just fine. So this one here is a brand new leaf that came out. I believe it lost one of its older leaves. But I can't be sure. And I noticed here the last time there is a little root developing out the bottom. So the roots are growing just fine. I don't want to pull it out of the pot just because I don't want to disturb anything. I think 2 or 3 weeks in, I was doing a little bit of investigating, and I was doing a little bit of a tug test, and I did pull one, and I ended up breaking a root. So just a very small developing root, and I felt terrible, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to lose this plant just because of my stupidity. So I don't want to be that guy this time. This one here is still slightly damp, but it's doing just fine. Sorry, I might be off camera. I'm trying to see what's going on in here. Ooh, there's a nice root out the bottom. So it's developing. It's just not showing any signs of life at the top just yet. So I don't know whether you're able to see in there, but that's the little joint. We're still waiting for signs of life. Oh, there is a sign of life. It looks like moss. I just touched it with my finger and it had a little bit of give. I don't know whether you're able to see by my fingernail. There is a little bit of a little growth nub there. So that's very exciting. It won't be long now, or maybe it will be. It's already been 2.5 months. And then this one here, it looks like it had lost its leaf, but we are getting a new growth here. Can you see that? Let me flip it to the side. Oh, it's all wonky there. I guess the root is there, but it's not developing so much. But you can see the new growth here developing. So I'm going to be very, very careful with this one not to disturb it too much because I don't want the growth to break, or I don't want the roots to break. So that is super exciting. And what does this one have to say? This one here, I can see growth. I'm sure you can't see that. It looks like it's trying to grow. Let's look at the bottom. There's no root development out the bottom, but that's alright. The leaf still looks good, and there is new growth developing here. Actually, it's got 2 growth points developing. Let me see if I can remove some of the moss here. So what I'm seeing, what is it? As the new leaf is trying to develop, it looks like it's doing that Cinderella slipper thing right by my finger. So it's doing something. It's having a hard time pushing through. I don't understand. The humidity is high. You could see the condensation on the dome. And then over in this side by my finger, I hope it's showing up on camera. Trying to tip it so that you can see it. Get my finger out of the way, and let's go in from a different angle. Right at the tip of my finger, there's another, it looks like green developing here. So I'm very excited to see what happens here. This has been longer than I anticipated, but it's certainly worth the wait. Let me put this back. So let's check it out in another couple of months and see where we're at. Hopefully I'm at a stage where I have 4 little plants growing away with active new leaves. This one, again, not worried about. These ones here, it still could be a little bit of time before they really take off. But I'm going to do my best at ignoring them and checking on them from time to time and making sure that they just get a little bit of moisture. I don't want to overdo it because, like I said, I have a tendency of killing philodendrons. Especially anthuriums. I kill anthuriums just by looking at them. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this update. I've got a frog in my throat. It's early morning. I need to do something about that. And yeah, hopefully your day is going well. And show me your propagations. It's getting to that time. Spring is a great time to start doing propagations. Plants are getting their vigor back, and they tend to bounce right back after being chopped. So anyway, until next time, you guys, happy growing!